Okay, I'm going to do another video on soulmates and twin flames. From my estimation, of course, these two words are human words, English words, and they have very different meanings depending upon the person who is saying it. It's up to you to decide what your definition of words are in any time or place, which is why using words, using language like this is so risky. It's such risky business, is because it's much more difficult for me to explain. All I can do is explain it from my perspective, my beliefs, my definitions, and hopefully do it well enough that you will understand the definitions from my standpoint and not immediately plug in your definitions. So that's how come communicating on this planet is so darn tricky. Whereas 5 and up, it's very easy, and there's no misunderstandings, as I've said before. So I'm going to be talking about soulmates and twin flames using my definitions. Now, these definitions are also the majority of the people on the planet's definitions, right this second, okay? Which is why I've made them mine. That doesn't mean that your definition won't be different. It very likely could be. But this is what I'm using them, and this is how I'm using them. A soulmate can be anyone. Anyone can be your soulmate. Your choice. I mean, anyone. Male, female, anyone can be your soulmate, because we are all one. The second you understand that we are all one, then you understand that you can have a soulmate, a completion of you, a understanding of you completely by any other person at that point. Okay? Anyone can do it. All you've got to do, really pretty much all you've got to do, is pick your person that you like the looks of them, and then go start walking yourself over to the timeline where they kind of are the other half of you. The part that you think that you play as a human being, as a male or a female, that you see that person as complementing you. That together you are more than you were apart. Okay? And you can also do that with what's the new word, Stephanie, for having a whole bunch of people in a relationship? Polyamorous. You can also do it with being polyamorous, in that you know that we are all one, and that you can add people to a group so that they make a more complete picture of the all that is in human form. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Stephanie?
About everyone in the group?
Yeah, about the whole thing I just said. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave that at that. It seems pretty short and sweet, but that's how it is. That's just really how it is. Anyone can be your soulmate, as I see soulmates. But I think Green, is that what your name was? I'm sorry, my computer's not there anymore. She said it made her feel bad. And I am telling you, honey, and everybody else, this should make you feel good. Because now you're not on this quest. For those of you who want a soulmate, who want to be that kind of a situation, it should make you feel better, because now you don't have to search the world for someone that you may or may not ever find. Now you can find them in anyone and everyone. That's good news, I would think. Good news. All right? So that's how I look at soulmates. Now, I have avoided twin flames all this time for very good reason. Everyone does not have a twin flame here. At all. No. That is a very specific part of the game. And people who have twin flames are not just humans. Well, they're not long-term humans, but they're not necessarily star-seeded either. Right this minute, I don't see a starseed that has a twin flame. And let me tell you why. Because having a twin flame, and this is going to be really hard to explain, but I'm going to do it in very simple terms. But having a twin flame means that you probably came for the human or the third dimensional experience quite a bit. Not as much as the long-term humans, but quite a bit. And you came with less amnesia than most of the humans did, and you really just wanted to spice up the game more. You wanted to spice it up. So what you did was you came into this creation as you, and then you split you into two people at the last minute, basically, even though there's no such thing as minutes. So you kind of split yourself as the entity with your personality into two parts to make the game more interesting. Okay? These people will know when they see their twin flame. You think the same thoughts, you like the same things, it very much is like you looking at you. Which my opinion of soulmates is that they complement each other. Whereas a twin flame, you actually need each other to complete, to just find each other to remake the personality of the entity that you were before you came here. Ouch. Hope that worked. So, really a lot of the game for you guys with twin flames is finding your twin flame. That is a lot of the reason why you came, is for the experience of getting on the planet and searching and finding the other half of you. Now, all the rest of us are away from parts of ourselves too, in that we're disconnected from the all that is, but it's a much different feeling than the feeling of the being that is you splitting in two, dividing into two people, and then searching for each other on the planet. That's a different game than you coming here and having amnesia about the connection that you have with all that is. Okay? Does that make sense? So, the people who split in half to play the game of finding the other half of who they are, those are the twin flame people. And there are really very few of them, planet-wise, on the planet. The challenge with doing that right now, while we were going from 3 to 4 to 5D, and searching for that other half, who you are now in 4th dimension. So you are dealing with entities that know how to do a lot of things that in 3D Earth you would consider fantastical or magical or impossible. So what they can do is they can sidetrack you into believing that your twin flame, the other half of you, is this person here, when in reality it's one of the bad guys. Now, it's also possible in 4D for the good guys, and I'll let you know that my daughter and I, we call what you call the good guys in 4D, we call them the pigeons. And the bad guys, the guys that you call the bad guys in 4D, we call the geckos. So it's the pigeons and the geckos. Now you know our lingo. That keeps away the good vibe and bad vibe and just simply attaches names to the two sides. So also, the pigeons, or what you would consider the good guys, the service to others people, will also, in your best interest, of course, might put an angelic being in a position for you to believe that they are your other side of the twin flame. When neither one are your twin flame, they are fake twin flames, so to speak, and they can put those out there for you to have to sort through. Now, when you came to do this, twin flame game. You knew that you were going to be in 4D. You knew that the pigeons and the geckos might stick in fake twin flames. You knew that you were coming out of 3D and that you were going to be dealing with a lot of fear and a lot of judgment. So you knew that this was going to be a tremendously tricky game, but you wanted to play it. I didn't. I don't have a twin flame here. Don't have a twin flame here. I did not want to play that game. But that's what the twin flame people have done. Now, whether or not you are with your twin flame who is a pigeon or a gecko, or the twin flame that is actually your real twin flame, all of it will create experience that will be unique to the whole that is, the one. Okay? You may do this twin flame game and over and over and over and over and over, thousands of lifetimes in 4D. Who knows? I really did not want to do a video about it because I really didn't want to get in the middle of that particular game. There are very few people, I mean, as percentage-wise, that really have twin flames on this planet, and no matter whether or not it's your real twin flame or a pigeon or a gecko, you will probably believe it is your twin flame, and I do not want to get in the middle of that argument. I don't want to get in the middle of telling you whether or not it's your twin flame that you're with is a pigeon, a gecko, or the real one. I do not want to be a part of that, okay? So don't ask me, because I'm not going to answer you. But I will tell you how it's set up, what you've done, and what the game is. That's just one of many, many, many more games. There are lots and lots of games going on here, guys, besides the ones I'm talking about, the basic ones. And I'm talking about ones that primarily will walk me through to 5D. But there's lots, oh gosh, so many different experiences and games going on in 3D Earth, now in 4D Earth, and all of 4D. Oh my gosh, so many games. But that's the story. That's how I look at, how I define soul mates and twin flames. All right? Okay. That's enough of that. That's it for me. And huge hugs. Love you bunches and bunches. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.